Shabazz. Y'all tuned in to another episode of Ends Podcast. Man, y'all seen what I got pulled up, and for y'all that can't see today, man, we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin and how I initially got in with $10. Yes, for the low. I got in for $10, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the game is changing. The investing game is changing, especially with all these platforms that's out here. Shout out to Robinhood, shout out to Cash App. And the only reason I'm saying those two in particular is because they have features in particular that benefit individuals like me and you that's making the most out of our current circumstances. And this ain't even to hype them up and all that type of stuff. I'm just trying to expand your mind on and to try to give you my own testimony of what I got going on, and just what I'm learning just from this whole, investing, stock markets, and just investing just in general. You feel me? Investing in just different things that, I'm familiar. I've been hearing about Bitcoin for years. Been familiar with it. Everybody been talking about this whole cryptocurrency. I didn't did a little research. But I'm like, damn, it does have certain things that leave me kind of, but when being online and understand how online work, I'm starting to see more companies, more different payment processors start to accept Bitcoin, which is crazy. Which ain't really crazy because that's the whole intentions of the actual, Bitcoin. You feel me? It starts to become a currency that is used throughout the world. So now that I'm starting to see that, certain platforms, I know WordPress had it on a platform, and I see other platforms using it, Bitcoin as a way of trade, you feel me, and sell and things of that nature. You feel me? Now I see, you feel me, that it's an actual benefit for this shit. Just to keep it all the way 100. But then when I came to that realization, I was looking at this damn price over here. I was like, damn, $8,000 just to buy a Bitcoin. How the hell? You feel me? I'm not about to spend $8,000 on Bitcoin. You feel me? Like, I'm just not at that point in life where I just about to throw $8,000 on a Bitcoin. But that's when I started to get familiar with fractional shares. And then, I'm going to kind of go a little bit more into what actually, fractional shares mean and how you can actually benefit from fractional shares, because I talk about it a lot, like a lot. And a lot of times when I'm talking about it, like, I'm like, do individuals really know what I'm talking about when I say fractional shares and what that terminology actually means? So for me, you feel me? I'm just putting something up real fast, make sure I'm getting y'all the right information. So we're looking at Bitcoin right now. So a fractional share is a portion of an equity stock that is less than one full share. Fractional shares often result from stock splits, which don't always result in even number of shares. Mergers or acquisitions created fractional shares as companies combine new common stock using predetermined ratio. Long story short, to break that down to you, is you getting a fraction of what you actually have. So now we're going to scroll down to see what they actually look like, because they use verbiage that me personally didn't fully translate to me, even though, it wasn't the most complex words. You may say just the way they use them. So we just going to scroll down to hopefully, you feel me, the listeners and the viewers, you can get a further understanding. So right now, the cost of Bitcoin is at $8.80. I bought into Bitcoin when it was $8,000.80. No, yeah, it's at $8,000. It's at $8,879 currently. I bought into it when it was $8,860. My bad. This shit is a little bit of a tongue twister. And I put in $10 initially. You feel me? And it was like, within that time frame, how much quantity did I buy just by putting in 10,000 into 8,000? Long story short, so it say the share is 0.00112863. You feel me? So it is 0.0011. So yeah, which is small, but the crazy part about it is, with that $10 and the average cost of a Bitcoin being $8,000, that $10 already made me 3 cents. So it says my today's total return, which is aftermarket. You feel me? That's aftermarket. Well, close market time. But Bitcoin trades 24 hours. So actually, that's a little different. I'm thinking about different stock. Bitcoin trading 24 hours. So it says today's return is negative 32 cents, but my total return is 2 cents. So at some point in time, probably yesterday, I was probably up a lot, and then today it probably dropped down. Like as we see over here, it dropped down some. Yeah, it was at $9,000 yesterday. Oh yeah, at 12 a.m. it was at 9,000. Dang. Oh, yeah. So yeah, at 12 a.m. At 11 p.m. it was at 9,000 too. So yeah, it was at 9,000. Then yesterday at 11 and 10, and then today it dropped down back down to 8,800 mark. So yeah, and that's why I say I lost money compared today's return. I lost money, but my total return is 3 cents. So I actually made 3 cents off that $10. If I want to sell it, I have 3 extra cents, but that ain't what we going for. We going for the long haul. And then this was also just too for me. This was the first cryptocurrency I ever bought into. So I was, trying to run my own little test. You feel me? Like I say, make the most of your current circumstance. I don't have that type of bread to just be throwing $8,000 at the wall and see what's gonna come from it. I mean, not like $8,000 at the wall, but yeah. Long story short, I don't have $8,000 just to throw at the wall, just to see what come from it. I'm gonna throw this $10 at the wall because I spend $10. I spend $10 on dumb stuff all the time. I ain't gonna say on dumb stuff, but stuff that doesn't bring me no type of return. You feel me? At least I spent $10 on this Bitcoin and it made me 3 cents already. You feel me? Like that's at least I can say, And so yeah, that's just really just going into that. Bought me some Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and that's one of the perks about cryptocurrency too. Cryptocurrency trade 24 hours. 24 hours, but you just everybody's lifestyle is different too as well. So you can sit there and kind of trade it 24 hours. And the game is also changing. So 3 points that I just kind of want you to leave here away with is cryptocurrency. In that the stock is actually rising in cryptocurrency. If you look over the last 1 month, you've seen a steady increase. Over the last 3 months, you've seen a drop because everything dropped due to the pandemic. But then you go over the last year, over the last 5 years, cryptocurrency has been steadily, increasing. You feel me? And been at a consistent mark. So me personally, I just wanted to diversify my portfolio, especially with where everything is going, seeing how this pandemic has played out. A lot of things were going to the online market, and just seeing that online shopping was starting to become a big deal. So as people start to look for these different way of buying and trading and selling online, I feel like one of them different payout methods or one of them different payment structures is going to start to become more and more Bitcoin to become reliable on because of its digital currency and the lack of regulations when it comes down to being a universal currency. And then as y'all see, just going back into, and just the last thing, you feel me, make the most out of your current circumstance. Pay what you have. You feel me? Invest what you have. But remember, you get what you give. So I invested $10, and so far I made 3 cents, which is pretty cool. You feel me? I ain't really complaining. You feel me? Because 3 cents was 3 cents. I had 3 cents less than that. So now I just made, me not even spending my money. I'm just putting it somewhere. You feel me? It's just making 3 cents now. I will also be mindful that I can't lose money. I'm very aware that I can also lose this money as well. I could also lose 30 cents, but the whole thing about stock is letting it build over time. And I'm not actually just, trying to be like a daytime trader of this, which I could. Like as you see yesterday, it was up 31 cents, which I could have sold it yesterday. You feel me? And wait for it to drop back down again and bought back in. you feel me? And like that's how some people do it. You feel me? Then wait for it to drop back down again at a certain point of the day and buy back in when it's back low again. You feel me? Just to try to do it all over again. I'm just not there yet, and I'm not about to be, trying to be flexible with my capital like that yet. I'm still learning the game, but this is how I'm learning. I'm making the most out of my current situation, out of my means. So honestly, you feel me? I advise you to practice on something that you're comfortable with or something that you are willing to learn and apply yourself in. And sometimes it takes just stepping out on a limb. For me, it just really took for me to actually go ahead and start doing it, to actually start to exercise it. Like even if I go a day without looking at it, the next day it's gonna be in the back of my brain like, oh shit, I ain't checked my accounts. Let me go check this account. Let me go check that account. You feel me? And it was like crazy because I ended up getting because I be getting like in the mail. I got a Webull account too right now with my Robinhood account, but I also got a Webull account, and that's where I got like my social medias that I'm investing to, like Snapchat and things of that nature. And it's funny because when I first got into Snapchat, I don't know. Do I have the paper over here with me? No, the papers are not up here with me. When I first got into Snapchat, I got in, it was like $6-7, and then it just went up to like $16-15 on average. So it already doubled, but I had owned that stock for over a year. So in over a year, you feel me, the initial investment has already doubled. And yeah, so I'm just learning that, and that was just and that was one that one in particular I didn't really pay that much to. I just had it. And I'm like, man, I might as well. I'm using Snapchat all the time, and also to be mindful that is not. I do believe that is not a dividend stock. Yeah, I am correct. I don't get dividends off that one. That is not a dividend stock. But it's your boy Bazz. We tuning now. Oh, before we tune out, so Bitcoin and stuff like that is not an actual dividend stock, but there is companies that handle like Bitcoin, like management, mining and wallet management. They do have dividends. A few of them have dividends that you can benefit from off of, and since they go hand in hand with the actual Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin doing bad, then why would people actually need the Bitcoin? Like Bitcoin holding companies, because that's the long story short. What they are, they like Bitcoin holding companies. That's what I should have said. I think that's the correct term for it. Bitcoin holding companies. One of them in particular, I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's called like Neo. Yep. One of them in particular, I want to say it's Neo, and it's for $8, but it say Robinhood support only real-time market data for Neo. I don't know why right now it's not really letting me kind of search it. It's saying buy Neo unavailable right now. But Neo, I know, is one of those companies. It might be available on a different platform that you may be using, but currently it's unavailable on my platform. But Neo is one of those type of companies trading for right now like $8. And let me just go ahead and make a note, disclaimer right now. I am not a financial advisor. I'm giving my own personal testimony from my own personal experience from investments that I made, and these are all my opinions. You are not subjected to make any financial decisions based off of what I am saying. So if you do anything based on what I'm saying, you're doing it off your own merit, and this is, you feel me? Like, just letting that also be known. So we're going to go ahead and just end this. You feel me? It's your boy Bazz. Man, please share with me. Are you invested in the cryptocurrency? If you are, what cryptocurrency are you invested into? How did you get started? And what has this process been like for you? It's your boy Bazz. Share me your voice, because we are the voice of the culture. We want to share your voice. You feel me? Your voice can empower the next, or it may even empower you if you let it. You dig? So go ahead. And for anybody that want to help us keep supporting, keep this long journey, keep going. You feel me? And want to keep helping us build this platform and also connect these voices. Go ahead, subscribe. I'm trying to let y'all know. Y'all see what we on. These investments is going places, not just in the stock, but also in the sharing and collecting these voices. Let's get it. It's your boy Bash. Y'all tuning in the Ends Podcast. Peace.